Hi all. So now let's understand how to create a table in MySQL database. So for that what you need to do is again you have to create a connection, and to create a connection from Python to MySQL you have to import the connection. After importing the connection, what you have to do is you have to provide the localhost name and the passwords by which you will be connecting. Then there is another parameter which is available in create connection is called as database. So whenever you start working, you have to set some database as a default database where all the new tables which are going to be created, they will be created, or any table which has to be referred. So from which database, by default we have to search a specific table which is given in a query. That is something we have to mention as a default, right? So for default database, in cursor connection itself we can provide the default database in the same command, right? So the parameter is database. So database is equal to first, that means first is the database where we are making it as a default, right? Then after that we have created a cursor over this connection, and then finally we are going to execute create table. So create table is something which is going to create a table in first data set, FIRST, first data set. And how to create a table? So to create a table, the command is straightforward: create table, then employee name, create table, then table name. After entering the table name, you have to enter what are going to be the attributes of columns present in the table. So like we are going to create two columns in it, one is name and another one is address. Now whenever you are creating a name, so it will be a character type, of course, because it is going to be a string. Now how long it is going to be? So it may be residing from maybe 50 character to anything around 100 character or so. But whenever you are not sure that how long it will be for, so we declare it as a varchar. Varchar means variable character. So we are declaring it initially as 100 character, but if it is going to need more space, then automatically the space will be extended. That does it mean that means by varchar. Similarly, it is going to be with address. So we have by default initialized it with 200, but as and when it is required, it is going to extend itself, right? So when you are going to run it, the table will be created. Though I have already created employee table, so if I am going to run it, it is going to give me error that table already exists. So I am making it employee 1. Okay, so employee 1 that has been created when I run it. Now I need to check whether it has been created or not. Actually it has created or not. If you want to check it, so you have to show all the tables which are present in first database, right? So for that we are going to use function show table, and whatever be the output of show table, that will be stored in the cursor. So we have to loop the cursor again over a list. And when you see here, there are three different tables: AEMP1, employee, and then employee 1. So employee 1 is something we recently created, and employee and EMP were already created in it. So this is how you can create a table in a database. Now after creating a table in a database, if you want to understand like what are the columns which are created in the database, so if you want to understand what are the columns in it, how you will get it, right? So if you want to understand the number of columns in it, so again we have to let's copy and paste it, and again we have to run a function called show and then columns, show columns, and then from, and then whatever be the table name. So table name is employee. If you are going to run it, so you can see these are the two columns that you have created. One is name and another one is address. Name is varchar 100 and address is varchar 20, right? So these are the columns which you have recently created in the table. Sorry, the table was employee 1. So let's run employee 1, and again of course employee and employee 1 both are same, but these are the attributes that you have added. Now there is another important function which is called as auto increment function, and auto increment function is normally used for all those tables which contains primary key. Now what is primary key? So as we have discussed earlier, like whenever you have two table, one is employee personal detail table, another one is employee salary detail or professional detail table. So there are two different tables which are available in the system. Now out of these two tables, if you want to connect these two tables, then how to connect the tables? If you want to connect the tables, so how you can connect the table? So table can be connected by a common key, and the common key here will be employee number, right? So there are two tables, table 1 table 1 which is called as employee personal detail. Okay, and in this we are going to have EMP ID, employee ID, then employee name, and then maybe employee address, right? And then we are going to have tab 2, which will have employee professional detail. So this will have again EMP ID, that is employee ID, then employee name. If you want employee name, that's fine, but otherwise employee ID is sufficient. So we can have employee last organization or last company, and employee experience. So now these are the two tables which have three columns. This is something personal detail and this is professional detail. Now if you want to connect these two columns together to get all the details of employee, including personal and professional details, so what you are going to do, you have to join these two tables with the help of EMP ID, which is a common key between the two, right? So whenever you are going to search on over EMP ID, then you can get EMP name, EMP company, EMP address, and EMP experience, right? So this is called as primary key, by which you can query two different tables, right, or two or more tables. So if you are going to create again a primary key in EMP1, that is a new table, then there we have to declare a key which should be unique always. So and of course with addition of the new entries in it, the key should automatically increase, right? So if we have 100 employees and employees, tomorrow let's say one new employee join in, whose employee key must be 101. So what we are defining here, we are defining a employee ID, and that is going to be integer type. Now that key, as soon as you are going to enter a new value to it, it is going to auto increment itself. So right now it's 100, automatically it will become to 101, even though if we are not aware of what is the exact value of it, right? So this is something primary key you added, and then name and address, these are the two other fields, right? So by this you are kind of creating it. Now EMP1 is already created, so I am creating EMP11. So we are creating a table, and after creating a table, we just want to understand like what are the columns which are created in it. So show columns is the function that we are going to run on EMP11, right? So the output of this particular function will again store in the cursor C1, and then we are kind of iterating cursor C1 over few number of iterations and showing it. So when you are going to run it, EMP11 is created, and after creating EMP11, you can see these are the columns which are created, right? And it is, the first field is auto increment. That means it is going to increase itself automatically, right? So that was about creating few tables in SQL database via Python. All right, so thank you all, and meet you in the next discussion.